Days after terrorists attacked the Kaduna-bound train, tempers are still high in Nigeria's House of Representatives. Federal lawmakers cannot hide their anger over the inability of the federal government to secure lives and properties across the country.
Between 24 March 2022 to 28 March 2022, these armed bandits unleashed havoc communities where they invaded. Over 117 people have been killed, and some corpses are still yet to be recovered. More than 136 people were adopted.
Nobody can simply explain this very clear case of what I would call, with due respect to them, clear ineptitude. Absolute ineptitude, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the entire country is now being ravaged. I am not aware of anyone that is at peace now.
The Green Chamber say the president should take responsibility for the mess and question the continued stay in office of the National Security Advisor.
What is the job of the National Security Advisor? Do we have a National Security Advisor? All the agencies that have been mentioned, from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Police, DSS, all of these people, all these agencies are accountable to the National Security Advisor.
Can't we, as a House, take more drastic action? If our resolution will not work, sir, is it not possible to close this chamber and join us and say we are not resuming here until the Commander-in-Chief perform his duty? I am not directly accusing him, but the buck stopped at the table of the Commander-in-Chief. If there is success, he will be the first to take the glory. Now there is complete failure, and the Commander-in-Chief must take responsibility.
We are not safe. But the truth is that let us not lay it at the door or summarize it as being political. Because we know where we were before 2015. I'm not sure we're any better. It is not about the failure of any one individual. All of us have failed. And we must acknowledge that the failure is that of all of us.
The lawmakers say drastic action may be required to ensure that security agencies and service chiefs comply with the House resolutions.
Mr. Speaker, the truth of the matter is security in Nigeria has become a cash cow business. I am not willing to go without taking my own, and he is not willing to go without taking his own, and the other person is not willing to leave until when he got his own turn. It's just like a medical doctor putting professionalism on one hand aside. You presented a patient. As a patient relative, you said, okay, every month I will give you 100 million naira until when the patient recovers or otherwise. The doctor will make sure that particular patient did not die, and he will continue to maintain that he did not recover.
I think Nigerians at this moment should be allowed to also take arms. Nigerians must be allowed to take arms in defense of their innocent souls, defend their hard-earned resources and property. Because it's like a monumental failure. If the agencies of security have failed, then Nigerians should not be failed. Nigerians should not be seen as a failure. Let Nigerians organize themselves in the name of civil defense. Civil defense. Let them organize and raise defense for their own souls, innocent souls. Because if the responsibility of the government and the security agencies cannot be carried out democratically, then let's go to jungle. Everyone has cause to defend himself. Nigerians should no longer be running away from attacks. Nigerians should no longer be running away from unnecessary banditry in the face of helpless and baseless situation when government and security agencies is like they're failing in their basic responsibility.
The House of Representatives thereafter suspends legislative activities till April the 5th in honor of the victims of the terror attack.